Hello, Jojo Cross is here. It's Jojo. So this is a voiceover Jojo because I wasn't able to film while talking during this time. It was very loud in my house, a lot of stuff going on. So I'm gonna just do a voiceover. So it's several days in a row. I think it's like 3 days. And a lot of it is, some of the mundane tasks. So I apologize if it gets a little old, but this is my forever island. I have to do all the goodies every day, all the dailies. So I was checking my mail. I had done some Nook Miles redemptions because I wanted to get some stuff. So I ended up getting a moving painting. Oh, that was because I saw red, a plaza arch, and then we've got a couple of street lamps, and I ended up also grabbing some party light arches because I'm going to put those out later on the island, I think. And then I wanted to see if I had enough presents for my villagers because I had to pick up some of those for them and go give them some goodies. And my potatoes are growing. And then I wanted to check my flowers. Have a couple of regular ones, looks like maybe a yellow and a white. None of the windflowers, which is kind of a bummer this day. And then coming on down to these guys, I didn't get any new mums this day, which is a bummer. I'm also trying to catch some butterflies, so you're going to see me flying after some butterflies all over. Eventually, if Flick ever comes to my island, I wanted to make some butterfly models, but so far I have not been able to even find him. So anyways, cosmos were unimpressive this day, nothing. And I've been watering them every day, so looks like I got a pink lily over here. And oh man, I broke my net. Of course. There's my pink lily though, which I was pretty happy about because that's kind of my first it's my first pink flower for sure. I still need the white pansies, and I also need tulips. I don't have those yet. But now I was going to go over and see what the clothing situation is, talk to Sable, do a little, shopping. Ended up getting my tulip hat here. And also I think I ended up buying some different shoes because I wanted to get a different color of shoe. And I like my little high top, so I just thought I would go with like a color that matches the shirt, so I got the brown. That was all. It was a pretty simple day. I kind of liked the outfit I was wearing, so I just stayed in it. I know it's not cleanly. Got some Nook Miles. Got some stuff in my house that gave me some miles, and then I thought I'd go around and dig up some stuff. I needed to get my fossils, so I ended up grabbing all of those. Talking to Billy, and dag nabbit gave him a present, and then he in turn, yeah, you're surprised about those peaches, aren't you, dude? He gave me a knit hat, which I'm happy about. I think in the end I end up wearing it, but it's a green one, so. And then we got Camo Frog. He was right there. Thought might as well talk to both of them at the same time. They're working out together, which is super cute. Alright, and he got me a velvet stool. I'm pretty sure I have so many of those right now. It's crazy. So, got me another fossil. I saw that over here. And then I think I ran and got one more fossil. And then I'm going to head into resident services, see what's going on in the Nook, ABD Nook shopping. So I'm looking into that. I think I end up with just a song today. I didn't really love what they had. I don't know why I skipped through that so fast, but I just knew. Here's another fossil I thought, but then it ended up being a tremoloid. And then I found Maple on the hill, so I had to give her goodie. And then I went to looking for a few other villagers after this. so far, no pictures yet. It has not been long enough. I got a concierge uniform there. And then we have O'Hare. And let's see what this guy gives me. I forget. But nothing super impressive. It looks like we got... my dog is just going nuts. Sorry, guys. A cycling shirt. How exciting. Alright, I found a lost item. Tried to look and see exactly what's going on with that. And it didn't really say anything about it this time, which was weird. All it says is someone lost this. So I had to just go to whoever and, check it out. So I'll have to go see who that belongs to. Found another fossil here. And then I ended up digging up, I don't know how many gyroids I got this day, but it was a lot. We've got Ava. And Ava didn't, I don't think it was Ava's. Yeah, no. O'Hare. Okay, so I got to go back to him. And I found Blue Bear. She calls me Sweetkins every time. And I gave her her gift, fruit as usual. No surprise there. They're always so happy getting fruit, though, which is nice. They're not really worried about it. So I got the gingham picnic shirt. I like that one. Finally found O'Hare again. And he found me, which was funny. As I was walking up, he cornered me and wanted to know if I had his bag. And then I'm like, yeah, I found it. So he didn't even give me a chance to talk to him, which is hilarious. But anyway, then I thought, I better go down to the museum. I had some fossils I need to exchange. And I have some gyroids I wanted to slap down because, I just wanted to get them out of my pockets. And I thought I'll just set them over here for now. Since Brewster loves gyroids, when he's walking into work in the morning, there he goes. He'll have a little entertainment. But sometime I'll do something different with them. It's just for right now, I needed to get them out of my pockets so that I could pick up some stuff. And we're going to wake up little Blathers, who's snoozing on the job here, give him some of these fossils. But he's thanking me because Brewster moved in. And so I'm going to have my first coffee today, which is awesome. But first we'll get the fossils exchanged really fast. It seems like a lot this day were new ones for him. So I only had like 3 or so that he didn't want. And then I gave him that art, which is good. So I'm trying to build up my art, but boy, it's a slow process, I did move or try. I think I moved in red over in the Harv's Island. I can't remember. And anyway, I can start getting either daily or every few days some art there. It just depends. If he has, and hi Brewster for the first time. If he has real ones and you buy it, then the next day he'll have a replacement where that one was, so you can go daily and try to get a new one. But if he has like fakes, unless you buy it, it will stay that way until I think Sunday or Monday, and then they reset on that day. So you either have to buy the fakes and trash them, or you just come back the following week. But if he happens to have real ones, you can buy it and the next day he'll replace it. Went ahead and put my party light there. I wanted to have it there at the entrance. And then I found my little dot, so I thought I better put some bells in there and get that growing. I'm trying to plant like a little section in the back of these trees and just kind of keep a never-ending cycle of that cash coming in each day. So I usually will dig it up just as soon as I plant it, and then I go plant it in the back after I chop that day's one down. So you see I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 stages of trees. That's each day getting the bells and then chopping it down, planting a new one in its place, and I'll just keep doing that every day. So it works out pretty good. And then I only have a 4-tree area. I figured it's by my house. I can get to it easy. You know, a never-ending supply of some bells each day. And then I'm going to head over to Nook's. And I sold some stuff to them. And then I went ahead and bought a tape deck. I like to have a couple of those if I have enough money, because sometimes the villagers, you know, don't have a player. And then I got myself a hand cart because you can't go wrong with those. And I use them a lot, you know, in the farming area and stuff. And then I thought I'd take a look and see what's in here. Got myself some wrapping paper because, you know, I got to give my villagers some goods every day because I'm trying to get those pictures, you know. I really like this black window panel wall, so I decided to get that. Don't think anything else today was impressing me, so at least not for now. And then I went along and went and found that CJ was on the island. And so I'm telling you, I went and made a bunch of fish bait. The other day I was making a ton. Just trying to get some of these fish that I want to get before May is over. At least May on my island. It's actually November in real life, but I'm living in May on this island because my other island is winter and I don't want to get depressed. So anyway, you had to find 3 small fry fish. So this was number 1. I got number 2 here, and then I got number 3 over here in the ocean after I get my bottle, I think, yeah. And I'll show you what's in my bottle, of course, because curiosity kills the cat, you know. Pee-wee sent me a kettle bathtub, so didn't have that yet, which was good. And then I saw another little fish, so I grabbed that, and then I'm heading back over to see CJ, give him my fish, and I honestly end up fishing a ton this day, making bells like crazy, because I told you I am upgrading my house fully, so I have been just stowing away the bells. So spent the rest of the day fishing. I did take a break in between. I think I'll go there in a minute to do some HHP. I will just show you the gist. I'm not going to spend a ton of time on it. I went back to CJ again. You can see I just kept turning in tons of fish. So I got about, I don't know, 20, 30,000 every time. Ended up keep putting in the bank. I can't remember what I made, but I definitely, I believe I upgraded my home at least once or twice. Because I'm telling you, like, that's all I did all day on this was do that. I found Deirdre on the beach, decided to pick her, and she wanted a very fall-looking house, which is kind of her norm anyways. So these are the things that she asked for. She likes that. This is how her house ended up in the end. Not very extravagant or anything, but just wanted to make sure that she got what she wanted. I usually try to do that. I'm not sure that I gained a bunch from her because a lot of these are DIYs, but it's okay. Oh, and speaking of DIYs, this was the day that Nico introduced us to his little DIYs on the beach. So yeah, I got to, that means that you can start to do DIY soon on this island. So, but now this will initiate the bottles coming on the beach. I had wondered why I didn't have the bottles, and it was because of that. Bob wanted a lot of flowers, so that's what he got. He got a very flowery florist type house. So yeah, he's the little blooming indoor garden. It's cute. All right, and then we're back at home. I got a few more things done. I was trying to get all the ×2s done on my Nook Miles, and I did. And then after that, we're heading to Cappn Island because I'm trying to do that every day too and not forget. And it's a little bit of a rainy day on my side, and then I think it ends up being clear on the island, which is nice. And I will get to the island and just show you what it is made up of. But look, I got tomatoes. I'm so excited. So I don't have to buy them from Leaf. I just ended up getting them here. And that's all the stuff I ended up with in my pocket. I'll show you again in a minute because I'm just looking to see what room I had left. But I pretty much stole everything from this island that I could possibly fit in my pockets. And then off I went. And this is the pocket full of stuff I got, which is pretty good. I got a lot of tomatoes and some wood and all sorts of stuff. And then I was doing some night fishing because CJ was still there. And look what I got. I got a tuna or a marlin. What is this one? A mahi-mahi. That's right. I couldn't remember which one it was. And then I did some more fish food again. This was after like hours of fishing, you guys. I decided to try some of the fish bait. This probably was maybe 50 fish bait, and I got these 2 fish out of like 50. So just so you know, it wasn't like easy peasy or anything. Then we're going the next day. And on this day, I don't think there's anything super exciting happening on the island. It's just a regular old day. I think we might have a campsite villager. Yeah, we do. And I made a grave mistake. I did not put on my geisha wig when I go into the into the tent. So, you know, I'll show you who it is when I get there. Checking my mail because I added to my home. I got a little gift. Did some Nook shopping. CJ. Oh, I bought a model of a frog because I had a ton of them. And I wanted to see what the little frog looks like. So I can't remember if I slap it down here or not. I think I do. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Now I can't remember. But anyways, it's very much standing up. So it's, I mean, not standing up, but like the stand is very prominent on it. So I'm not sure I love how it turned out. Yeah, I didn't slap it down, darn it. Or at least if I did, I didn't put it on video, but I did look at it. Still no white pansies over here yet. Got me another pink lily over there. Checking my cosmos, not impressed. Didn't get much of anything. My gyroid grew in. Looks like I got a twangoid. Nice. All right, and then I didn't get any new hyacinth. They're still growing in. Do you hear the frogs? I have the frogs over there to make it sound all froggy, and it's so cute. I've never heard that. So I just have them in their little cages over there, and it makes a lot of froggy sounds over by the pond. So I need to probably hide them behind something so that you can just hear them, but they're cute. Found O'Hare, and I give him his gift and see what he wants to give me back. Yep, surprising, surprising. It's fruit again, dude. Short sleeve uniform top, fantastic. All right, and then we've got Maple down Turret by Resident Services hanging out. She's doing a workout. Her workout outfit's so boring. It's just that white shirt. She gave me a striped tank. Yay. And then I went over to Nook's and I don't know why I talked to them. I think I just wanted to go shopping, but I do have some things I probably should sell to them too. But I bought the Zen cushion, which I was happy about because now I can buy those, which will be good. I don't think I had any yet. I went ahead and bought the pet food bowl. You never know. I might want to have a pet. And then I checked the cabinet, and I don't think this day, I might have bought the green wall here or something, but, oh, and that flooring on the bottom left, I like that one. I think it's the simple wood flooring or something. Common flooring, yeah. I like that one. That's a good basic for, like, any room. So, oh, and I brought the red brick. I forgot about that. So, anyways, then I went to the ABD, and I paid off another home loan, which was good because I had a lot of fishing I did. So we'll get that house upgraded again. I think I maybe get my basement in by the end of this whole 3 days, because that was my goal, was to upgrade my house so I have storage. So anyways, and I found a few things in there. Look at my orchard. All the fruits grew in, and I have a ton, which is great because now I can give my villagers like fruit every day, which is fantastic. Looking again for all my fossils this day, so I'm just kind of showing you that I'm doing my dailies every day. I'm sorry it's so boring, but it's just part of the island life on your forever island. You got to do all this stuff, right? But I got a lot of gyroids. They're growing like crazy all over this island now, which is crazy town. I might have to do like a big choir or something. I've done that before and it was super cute. So anyways, and then that was what I got from Felicity. It's a little cabin wall, which I'm not sure if I'll ever use that, but I'm always happy to have a new DIY. This is the outfit that I picked out in Able Sisters because I thought it's so cute. It's a nightgown, but I think it's so cute. So I went ahead with that. I decided to do pink shoes because I didn't have those ones yet. And I love those little Mary Janes. They're adorable. And then we're going to go see our campsite villager. And, you know, it's not a bad villager. It's just not one that I want. I've had him before. I love him to death. And do you see Gulliver over there in the background? I ignore him. He's actually, aside from the pirate things, he's kind of useless. He doesn't give you any benefit. Only the Gulliver does for the golden shovel. But helping Gulliver just gets you pirate stuff, so... All right, and then I think we went to the Cappn Island again because I wanted to make sure that I hit that every day. This island was kind of a boring island. I believe it was just normal stuff. There wasn't anything exciting here. Got basement flooring. I don't even know what that is, but whatever. And then we just went on back. I'll show you what I got from him, but it is all a dream, dude. I always let him sing because I don't want him to yell at me. But you can smash the B and he will stop singing and get you quicker to where you are. But I just let him sing because he's enjoying himself, you know. This is, oh no, I guess I don't show you. Oh! I just wanted you to hear Camel Frog playing. Then I went to Harv's and I got my hair cut and I got my favorite. I was so excited. Look, I got my bubble braids. It's my fave. I love it. I know some people probably don't like that one, but I think it's adorable. So we got that. And then I headed back home, and what to my wondering eyes did appear but a little Celeste. She is my favorite DLC, or is that how you say it? No, it isn't. Is it? Anyways, my favorite NPC. DLC is the HHP. Okay, whatever. There's just so many initials. Anyway, she gave me my wand. It was our first meeting. So I was excited about that. And then we're going to head off to the next day. And this is the last day, I believe. We've got KK here performing, which I'm always torn. You know, I like KK, but I also feel like he inhibits some things on my island. So that might be a hot take. I don't really like it when KK comes. First of all, he distracts my villagers. Second of all, he doesn't allow for other NPCs to visit. So I feel like I miss out. Like that day could have been something else. Also, villagers will not leave on a KK day. Not that I want any to leave now. I need all their pictures, but I'm just saying, like, that's part of the things he inhibits. So anyways, it's not my favorite when he comes, but I do love KK. I always forget to go at night, though, and get a song, so I don't think I did on this one either. I should have. Here's my flowers. My wind flowers produced a whole lot of nothing again. And then I looked at my my mom's. Look at how many yellows. A ton. I've got my whites finally. I got those from the Nook twins, I do believe. And I got another orange one of those growing in. And then I got a yellow lily, but nothing else spectacular. Pink Cosmo. So excited about that. Although I don't think I acknowledge it until a second goes by because I am going to attempt to grab this butterfly poorly. And it's huge. Like, you would think I'd be able to get that butterfly with the amount of years I've been playing this game, but no. But there's my pink Cosmo. I'm so excited. So excited. Because I love the Cosmos and I love pink, and I'm excited to get some hybrids. I thought this might be a pink, but it's not. It's red. I was excited, and then I was like, dang it. I pulled it up later. I don't know if I show you, but it is not pink, which is kind of a bummer. Got some plain old roses. Got my carrots. Everything grew in ×3, so that's great. Then we went to see the Nook twins. I wasn't super excited about anything they had in here, but I went ahead and bought because, boy, do I want Nook's cranny to upgrade. So I really just need to keep buying. I think they have to be there 30 days, 30 in-game days. And I'm not even sure how many in-game days we're in, but I think we're getting close. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, nothing super impressive in here either today. I don't think I buy anything, honestly. So, yeah. Then I head out. I'm going to do a few little adjustments around this island. My villager, I moved off of this area here, so I thought I'll move the hammock over to be by the light. And I'm going to put a little music box back here because I thought, you know, if you're laying in the hammock, you might want to listen to some music and just chill. And I have it in my pocket, might as well. And I'm going to turn it on to like shuffle because that's my favorite. And we just play our KK, you know, in rotation. So, and as I add songs, it'll add it to that and it'll be great. And then I found my message bottle, and B, which I love, sent me a wooden toolbox. Thank you, B. I appreciate that one. Found Blue Bear. Gave her grapefruit gift again, and I forget what she gives me back, but I don't believe I'm impressed. But it's okay. Everything counts. Yeah, instant muscle suit. Yay. And then here's Eric. Went ahead and talked with him. Got him his little goodie. And Eric, you'll be surprised to see what it is. Oranges, fruit. So excited. A student cap. Great. Alright, off to Ava. She is also getting fruit because that is just the thing I have the most of. So, and they don't mind it, and I get pictures with fruit or I get pictures with fossils. She gave me a velvet stool. I'm pretty sure I have like 3 now. But that's okay. I'll take whatever. I'm sure I can use it somewhere or sell it. One of the two. Found my little glowy. So, of course, you know, we got to fill that up. And I'm going to take that over to my other ones and get that planted. But I found Camoufrog in his house. I thought he might be building, but he wasn't. And then I gave him his gift. And, of course, you would be surprised to know it was also fruit. Argyle vest. Okay. I figure I can give that to someone too. Hit some rocks while I was out and about. Went to the ABD. Got me some K-Funk. Cracks me up. He's got the afro in that. It's hilarious. Everything else was either duplicated or not impressive. And then I just went to look at the Nook Mile stuff. And I don't think I got anything here. There wasn't anything I needed. And then I just went looking for all my fossils and stuff again. And, you know, dug all those up as much as possible. And, wow, that was terrible. Here's my money tree. We're going to replace with my new one again. Because we just keep going every day, getting a new one in and digging up the old one, getting some cash planted, you know. It's a never-ending cycle. It really helps keep things moving along. So, because you figure it's $30,000 a day, you probably spend that much around the island, you know, just buying your normal stuff. And so I feel like it kind of takes the pain out of your other stuff that you earn money for. So, you know, there's that. Oh, and then I found my money rock. So that's another, I don't know, what is it? 16, 18, 20,000, something like that. I can't even remember. But it's a good amount. I think it's like 16,000. I dug up my extra flowers at this point, and I've been planting them over by the pond. That will not be able to continue forever, but I figure I plant them there. Oh, miss. Did not mean to do that. I figure they can like grow to their full potential over there. And then I do need to look up like how to grow certain flowers, because I know the roses require like a certain white flower, I think, and you pair those. I don't know. There's a process, and I would really love to grow every single flower on my own at least once. And since this is my forever island, this is the place to do it. So anyways, got me a couple of cosmos, and I'm going to plant those. I got my little pink one, which I'm proud of. Got one. Yay. I see, what is it, a bee, and I miss it because I miss a ton of bees. I suck at getting bees. And then I realized after I dig up the wrong flower again that I have an orange Cosmo over here, which is another hybrid, which is good. I don't have those yet. So that was cool. Cool to find that. And then I'm going to just go plant all these over here and get those blooming. That way they can open up, and then if I need to move them to the beach, you know, they're already bloomed, because they won't bloom on the beach. So you kind of have to plant them in the grass first, and then you can bloom them on the beach. I mean, plant them bloomed on the beach if you want them to show up or whatever. I don't know what I'm going to do with these orange pansies. I'm not a huge fan of that color, but, you know, they are a hybrid, so that's nice. Yeah, here's where I'm going to see my disappointment that that is not a pink flower. I'm like, dang it, okay. And then digging up my, oh, I see a balloon. That's why I'm running. I'm like, why did I run over here? I got to grab these balloons because I'm looking for DIYs and extra bells. And of course I saw Hazel, and her cuteness just totally distracted me, so I had to go see her too. I hadn't seen her yet today, so she's adorable, you know. I mean, I've told you before, she's one of my little favorite sisterlies, so I love her. She's cute. What did I get? Exit sign, just my favorite. Great. Oh, I mean, I use that sometimes like over in HHP because, you know, like they have businesses and stuff, but I'm not sure I would really use it here anywhere. However, I mean, once I finish the HHP, I can like redo my villagers' houses, and maybe I want to make one into a store or something. So I guess it'll work. But yeah, we'll just be planting the rest of these out here, and then I think I'm gonna pluck up all these veggies because they're gonna make me some bank, and that's a really good way for me to just finish off my house, because I think that's the only way I did this, was to keep planting vegetables, fishing like complete craziness with CJ there, which really helped. He pays like almost double what the Nook twins pay for stuff. I think it is double. I'm actually not exactly sure. You'd have to Google it to make sure that I'm right, or I would have to Google it. But anyways, it's a significant amount more than what you get from the Nook twins, so that's good. I keep looking because I want to see how much space I have left. They actually take up quite a bit of space, and I can't fit them all in my pockets. So, and I think I replanted some over there, and that's why they're kind of behind. But anyway, yeah, I ran out of space. So, also, oh, I went to go put some stuff in my house so that I could pick up the rest, and I did. And then I'm gonna, I got some miles. I wanted to see what that was. Oh, that was for the produce, so for the veggies. So that's cool. Keep planting stuff and you keep getting more miles and stuff, which is nice. And then I went ahead and watered everything. I'm not gonna make you watch that whole process, but I do end up doing all my watering. And then I did end up finding a pink windflower, which I didn't realize I had, which was cool. And the rest are just kind of normal flowers. But I'm still slapping them out here together just to get them going, like I said. And then I'm going to go over to the Nooks and sell some of this stuff. I think I make a good amount, like 32,000. So that's like almost every time I sell the produce when it comes in. So it's a good amount. I found Billy was getting a tree standee, so that was good. Sometimes I'll use those on the beach since I can't plant regular trees out there. I'll use some of the standees every now and then. Just depends on how I feel, but I like having it. You'll be so surprised. Shocked. Fruit. Yep. Super surprised. He gave me a layered shirt, so great. Look at Ava just sitting down there. She's eating her sandwich. She's hilarious. I just had to go look at her. The chickens sit funny, and then I thought maybe I should talk to her because that's rude. Oh, I will have to talk to her later though. Oh god, that's funny. She thinks I'm famous. All right, here's Ursula. Hey girl. All right. I can't remember what she gives me. So far, I'm just getting a lot of clothes today. Yep. I love that tee with the bib. First thing I would ever pick. Oh, I'm just teasing. I went around and hit my rocks because those were a necessity. Caught me a couple of bees, shook some trees. I was trying to get my little item out of there, which I did find. Let's see what I got. Table with cloth. That's actually a good one. That's expensive. So I go around, shake all my trees. I try to do it every day. I actually have it isolated to where the third shelf of the island, the second shelf of the island, And then the back of the first part are all shaky trees, you know. And then the rest of the trees are in my orchard. So that way I keep the fruit ones separate, which is nice. So at least I know, you know, that all the ones I'm going to shake up here are going to produce something, or, you know, bees, or, I mean, the wasps or whatever. So yeah, I'm picking up the rest of my fossils. I got to do that. Caught all my bees, I mean my wasps. I think I ended up with all 5. Got all my rocks hit this day. I try to do it every day, so I want to try to be consistent on this island. And then I went for my, I think, 2nd cup of coffee. Maybe it's my 3rd cup. I don't know. He hasn't been there long though, so, oh yeah, it's the 2nd cup today. I think he offers me like the pigeon milk after like 3 or 4. But not quite yet. And I'm still unsure about whether or not I want that pigeon milk, because I don't know. It does not seem like a thing that should be in my milk, but whatever, dude. Anyways, I didn't get it today, so that's fine. And then I head over to Harv's Island because I brought Savannah. I mean, Sahara. I always want to call her Savannah. Oh my gosh. Anyway, brought Sahara in, and then I wanted to go do a little shopping for some rugs because she's the only way you can get it. So, today it wasn't super impressive what she had, but I did buy a couple of things, I think, just because I don't know the potential of the island. So I got this little apparel shop wall, and then I was tempted to get the brown one on the right, but it's just a tent flooring, like dirt. So I didn't end up getting that, but I got the yellow or the orange rug, and I'm also going to get the I want to get the purple rug, and I also wanted to get the black one because if I change my island up and I want to do like Halloween colors or whatever, I'm going to need these in my storage so that I can decorate my house and stuff. So kind of got to think ahead since it's a forever island, because like right now I'm like, what am I going to do with that? But then future JoJo wants to decorate for the holidays and stuff. So, you know, eventually I'm going to get there and then my island will be cute. But right now we're just kind of still beginning, and we're still in the boring stages of collecting things. So I'm sorry, you guys, if any of this is really boring. I hope, you know, if you haven't played a lot, maybe you're learning some stuff. But I had some money in my pocket from today, so I decided to go ahead and initiate, what is his name? It was on the tip of my tongue and now I can't remember. But I like having him here because it makes it possible for you to put stuff in your storage at home. So if I buy a ton of stuff here, I don't have a way to get it home. And then I got a new hairstyle because I had moved in red, I think. Oh no, from Sahara. This haircut, no bueno. It is the bowl cut. That one cracks me up so hard. I feel like I should be back in the 70s or something. So I asked her to put my real hair back because I love my bubbles. I love my bubble braids. And then I was going to head over and talk to Leaf because I wanted to see if he had any new plants or anything, but I don't think it had changed over yet. So he has the exact same thing that he had the other day. Yeah, so carrots, potatoes, all the same bushes, and then all the same flowers. So, you know, it's okay. He'll change over soon. And then I go see Red. He does have a new painting here because I bought one the other day. And it's the Jolly painting, and it's actually a real one. So I know it because it's got that little twig hanging out or flower or whatever in the front of him. And so that one makes it real. So anyways, I get that, and that I'll get tomorrow on the island. And then I'm going to head over after this to see the Cappn and go to a Cappn Island. It'll be the last one on this series, but I want to go check it out and see what's going on over there, because I was hoping for some new vegetables, maybe something I don't have, but this island was a vine island, and it wasn't that interesting. It really wasn't. I mean, I got the vines and stuff, but I was already able to get those at Home Paradise, so it's not anything I super need, but it's okay. I got my ruined broken pillar, which is nice. That one's a good DIY. So I was happy I went there just for that, honestly. And I got a gold nugget. I was just showing you that, I mean, I go to these islands so much, and I almost always get one gold nugget every time, and that has really also helped my cash flow. And this is the gist of this island. It was sea basses and trash. So I think this was a form of the trash island, definitely, but I've never seen trash island with the vines. So this is all the stuff I got. Not super impressive, so, but I was glad I got the gold, and I was glad I got the one DIY that I got, so that was good. And then I got some Nook Miles, and I wanted to finish up the rest of these for the day, because you see I got the ×5 there and the ×2. So I go ahead and try to go see what the hot item is, and then yeah, mini DIY workshop. Now I have a DIY workshop in my pocket, but it's the simple, and I didn't realize I did, but I thought, oh, that's weird. I don't remember there being a different one, and then it occurs to me. So anyway, I try to sell this, and then I'm like, wait, that's not the one. So anyways, since he doesn't say I'll pay you double, I know that's not the right one, so I go ahead and pass on it. And then I end up, I'm going to go make myself one at my house. And yeah, but on my way, I am going to meet up with O'Hare and give him his gift, because he's out watering my flowers. He's such a cute little cutie pie. Him and Eric were like by my house like the whole day that day. And I don't water the ones up by my house. And I noticed that after Eric was there for a while, all my hyacinths were glistening. So he had watered every single one by the end of the day, which was super cute. And I think there's a higher chance of getting hybrids if your villagers water for you. These are a few of the DIYs I made. I needed to make some anyways, but I made that mini DIY workbench, and I went ahead and sold that to them. It got a good amount, like $5,000 for one little workbench. Not bad. I think it's like doesn't take too many supplies either, so probably should have made more, but I don't think I did. But I ended up getting all my little ×5s and ×2s, and that was good. I need to do my stretch for the day, so I'll probably go do that, but I don't think I do it on camera here. And then I'm going to head over and put a little bit of decor around the island, just a little, because I made a few things while I was in my house, and I've been wanting to just start slowly decorating, you know. Planted my gyroid, and I'm going to water that so that gets going for the next day. Well, I would have if I had an actual watering can. There it is. I think I end up going back, but I don't show you. Anyways, yeah, so I made some silos today. So I thought I'm going to put a couple silos out here. So I ended up putting one here, and I wasn't sure which way I wanted it to face. I kind of like the little door, but then I also wanted to see the window here. So I put it back to the little ladder and window. And then I thought, you know, I want to have another one like kind of over by my house, but I wasn't really sure where I wanted to put it. I didn't really want it to be like even with the other one. And I thought this is a little gap right here, so maybe I'll fill it in here. So I put another silo here, and he's cute. He makes it look a little more farmy over here, right? And then over here I thought would be a cute place for the wishing well, because I love that little wishing well. I think it's adorable. And so I'm going to plop that down. The brick well. He's cute. And then I made a little wooden bucket to go with it, because, you know, you have to have the wooden bucket to go down the little well, right? So anyways, I made that. And then, of course, you can't have a wishing well without a coin. So I'm going to plop a little coin down here because it's a necessity. Like, I feel like you have to be able to make a wish. So if you come to my island, feel free to pick up that coin and make a wish. I don't have a dream address yet, but sometime I will. And then here I thought would be really cute to put my beekeeper's hives around, because you know me, I love my beekeeper's hives. They are my favorite, probably, item in the game is anything honeybees or bees. I love them in real life too, so that's why I love them so much in the game. Decided to put a little bear up here by it because honey, bees, bears, you know, they go together. And I'm going to put a couple more because, where am I going? Oh, I hear it. It is the balloon. I can't miss my balloons if I can hear them. I got to go get them because, you know, Mama's got to get the goods. So this one's green. You know, I've realized that it really does not, like, it doesn't matter. That was close. That almost went in the water. There's no rhyme or reason to what the balloons say. Everybody says the colors mean something. Maybe it means like 2 or 3 things each, but I've found that each one seemed to be different. So, all right, I love that little white one. That's cute. And then I think the yellow one goes here, and I want to turn that the other direction, but I don't end up liking, like, I want to have the turned one over here. And I also want to put the yellow on the other side, so I think I end up switching the order here, but yeah. Oh, I just turned them. That's all. And then I'm going to put my garden faucet and pot down. I'm going to put the pot over here like I'm collecting my honey. And the faucet up by my house, I think, because, ooh. Uh-huh. There's a butterfly distraction. And I'm going to just chase it around. But luckily, only 2 tries on that one. Those ones are usually Speedy Gonzalez. So anyways, I'm put my little faucet over by my house, and then I'm going to go put the pot over by, and I don't know why I did it in this order, but I did, because I was already over there, saw the pot, then came back and went, oh, I should put the pot here. So I don't know. I'm just all over the place sometimes. It's how I roll. A lot of times you don't see how all over the place I am, but today we just left it in here. And then I'm going to put my little hand cart down here somewhere. I need to plant some more carrots in there, but I got to wait for them to bloom again. So anyways, there's another butterfly distracting me. So I got to do that. I think I have so many now and still no Flick. So hopefully he comes soon. This is a nice open space, so I go ahead and put my little hand cart here and move it over a little bit because I want it to be kind of in that little corner, sort of. And then, you know, that's kind of it for the decor. I don't have a ton of stuff to put around the island that really makes sense yet, so I'm just kind of trying to do it day by day. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I truly appreciate every moment you spend here with me, and I really do thank you for being here. I know that some of this stuff can be a little bit boring, so I really appreciate you. You guys have a great day, and I will see you on the next one. We'll be back and hopefully more exciting on the next couple, okay? Take care. Bye, guys.